Hello guys, a good day to you, welcome, I'm tomorrow, greetings everyone, Steris here, a last day playing a Trickster. So today we go in to kill Rashalga, Lokar, Mogodran, Ravager, Kalagadra, and a Crate boss. Kill or be killed by trying to do it. So we did also gonna go into, we did try to Shattered Realm 65 yesterday, and while I wasn't paying attention much to my health, was one-shotted by a combination of thunder damage plus boss damage. We did improve on our survivability since then. We got some damage absorption, 11%. So there's a couple of things we can still improve on the build. First and foremost, I want to get the Krolny rings for level 92 with battery affix. So we're gonna be trying jumping into Krolny farming. We'll try a couple of times to get the ring. Right, our ring is current ring is low level 50 something, so we can get more potentially bleeding vitality damage and more health, potentially more health, a little bit more health. 17k and 500, it's not bad. Not bad. We did fix my energy regen to some degree, 180%. Done with some skill reshuffling yesterday as well. So there was a lot of things to do. There's another thing we can do is try to recraft this relic with some different completion bonus, preferably Ether bonus, so we can remove some points from OX skin in the process and put those points into primal bonds. So that's what I've seen thinking we can do. Alright, what about other resistances? Chaos resistance, Ether resistance, Chaos Ether, Vitality resistance in Ether. Okay, Vitality in Ether, we don't need that. Vitality in Ether, Vitality in Ether. So we can improve my Chaos resistance as well by removing those things. And Piercing resistance. Okay, so there's a couple of things we can do better than this. Let's start with the relic. We also don't have all the points in the rand yet, right? Require a few more experience points to get to that minus 32 bleeding resistance. So what do we need for necrosis?
I do the best I can with what I've got.
Obviously, I'm not typing. Necrosis, we need Torment and Hollywood Funk. So let's get the Funk right away. Torment, we need Gluttony. Torment, okay, here we go, the Torment. It is kind of expensive on Kirlian souls and stuff, but I'll take it. And Necrosis. And Necrosis in the end. You know, I forget to add this minus 10 Ether resistance when we calculated. Minus 10 bleeding vitality resistance when we calculated our minus resistances here. It's also have minus offensive ability all the time. So we have a big boost of minus offensive ability. We have minus offensive ability from Necrosis. We have minus offensive ability from Rand, right? And we have minus offensive ability from Veil of Shadows. So minus 300 something offensive ability. Not counting this flat reduction. Kind of a flat reduction. So we got vitality resistance. The worst of that. We got the worst bonus here. Yeah. Can I do it again? Vitality resistance. I have so much over the maximum vitality resistance here. Well, it's quite expensive crafting those relics. Is quite expensive.
Subnerds, 2 greetings.
Welcome, welcome, Master Horls. Greetings to the last day of Grim Dawn.
2 greetings.
Trickster Bill.
SP3 Curator.
Okay, I just put it over here. Yeah, chat. No luck at all. Have some relics over here. Iron talisman. Oh, I have so many talismans here. Oh, that's how it is. That's how it is. Well, we can play a little bit with those powders, right? So, this Chaos Ether powder. Do we have...
Ulster 2 greetings.
Ulster 2 greetings. Welcome to Sphilax. Greetings. Welcome, mate.
Ulster
Welcome, guys.
2 greetings.
We're playing a little bit of this final points for the build here. Yeah, I still need to try to craft this Cronus ring a little bit. Piercing. So Piercing and Ether, right? Instead of this Vitality and Ether. Piercing and Ether. And Piercing and Ether over here. So like Ether plus 4%, Piercing 42. That's 5 Vitality and Piercing, okay. So Piercing is okay, I want to get some Ether. The big Ether, 12. The big Ether over here. So Chaos Ether, Chaos Ether, Chaos over the 18, Ether over the 7, and Ether is the one we don't really care much about. Okay, Poison Acid, also don't care much about that one. So we technically can remove some more points from our skin. Let's see. And move them into damage absorption. 1%, but it's still...
Let me clear your mind of regret.
Let's see, Piercing 22, Ether 12.
Stay strong.
So Ether over the maximum. 1% and got this 2 points to spend on the primal bound. 12%, 13% damage absorption. A little bit more bleeding damage as well. Less damage from beasts. I don't think a Rauji count as a beast, is it? Okay, chat. So let's see about if we can get a Cronin ring before anything else. Before this party started. Let's go and try to appropriate a couple of Cronin rings. And see, we need the suffix butchery. Don't really care about aggressive that we currently have. I mean, it's giving me that offensive ability quite a bit, but look at our offensive ability: 3500 and 60. Right, and we have some means to reduce enemy defensive ability to begin with. So there's like a lot of crits. We don't need that much of crits. Just don't need. For normal play content, 2600 offensive ability. That's most people need. All right, that's for normal gameplay. We're talking about.
I can't do that yet.
All of those Ravages, some Ogodrens. Well, 3300, it's enough to hit them. Maybe not much for actually critting. Yeah, I'll take this soon. Some items. 13k damage from blade spirits. Nice. Not as big, not even close as big as a Dervish build. I really don't like how the skulls bounce in here. I was about to say I don't really like how the hell's bounces for that build. It's just really ridiculous. Alright. Did we got like
Good
this
start.
good start, yeah. So I was doing it on purpose to try it if you can if my primal bonds here with this 30% damage absorption is actually gonna be able to face tank the Cronley into this minus resistance reduction or whatever it was happening. It can't. It just can't. So like, despite having this 7k and 500 health, more than a witch hunter, and despite having this damage absorption, which is already like we up by 2 points today as well, 13%. The build is really can't face tank any shit. It's baffling me so much. Is it the problem with armor? Is it the problem with my low physical? I don't know. Well, okay, in the current case, it was problem with Ether resistance, right? I think it's just the cloud you were standing is reducing your Ether resistance altogether. But it really it's so really baffling for me. How do we fix this survivability? We're gonna be trying like more of Shattered Realm to see how much of like Shattered Realm we.
I can't do that yet.
How much we're stuck in Shattered Realm or not? How much we can tank in there? So we'll try to do that. Like, yeah, if that was a spell breaker, we had this 3 seconds guaranteed invulnerability while attacking. I mean, we have a blade barrier here, but you know, blade barrier sometimes you can trap myself with, which just happened to me early game.
I did it on purpose and did not leave a portal there because I love running all the way.
Yeah, I forgot about the portal, mate. Like, honestly, we're starting. If you check it out, time, guys, we're starting today quite late. That's because I'm not feeling very well to begin with. I was thinking if not streaming today at all, but like 2 hours for this, and we finish in. Okay, let's leave the portal just in case. But let it be known, I did it on purpose. So yeah, like we don't want. So what this shit? Like the reduction defense ability. Don't want to stay in this green grounds over there. Warden of Alacrity. Not good, right? I don't even want to take it, but I'll take it nonetheless. Let's do it again. We'll try it a couple of times. We're not gonna be like farming here all day. A couple of times, maybe like 3-4 times more. No means no. If you're not getting it, then we're not getting it. Back to the hills. I mean, it's a little bit more boost to my overall health here. Just a little bit. Will be enough? Like, not really. It's a little bit boost to health and, well, damage too. But not as significant numbers. What's important, we already have a Butcher in my ring. So we get in this +2 to Phantasmal Blades. Meaning we get in my Phantasmal Blades on the hard cap. It also would be like perfect to get something plus the Blade Spirits. To get the Blade Spirits to hard cap as well. So I believe they're on 23 out of 20k. Yeah, 23 out of 26.
Always farm with a different character than the one in need of an item to
That's
improve your chances of getting what you are actually looking for. Laughing face.
It sounds like it's actually could work, mate. Science saying this could work. Because, well... statistic probability and shit. Statistically proven. That's what Memento Mori is saying is true. Yeah, so we just need to keep those guys at distance. Yeah, he's not hitting. Okay, it's got a blood. Got a blood. Blood giving me that bleeding, but that's not the shit we're looking for. There's no chest here, is it? No chest. Attempt number 3. Attempt number 3. Okay, where are we going? Like, chicken every time where we need to go. Damn, I hate it. Like, cleaning speed for normal kind of content for this build we mentioned yesterday. It's really on par with the best builds. The best builds we had there. Survivability, absolutely shit. Like, I'm really not recommending this build for hardcore play. Just not gonna cut it. Just how many times I just kill myself to the stuff like I usually would not die to on other characters. It's okay because, well, we're playing this build in order like to test like all their bad spots and good spots, good things it could do. Right. Test all these borders. We can cross or not. But yeah, like, the survivability of our Witch Hunter was shitty to begin with. I was complaining about it. He has like certainty has. Celerity, a ring of celerity, that's not
If
what
those borders are guarded by the armored battalion, you can easily cross them.
Ahmad Battalion. Yeah. So that's what I say. Okay, attempt number 3 unsuccessful. 2 more attempts. 2 more attempts and we jump into actual fights. But what I've seen about Witch Hunter, sudden K health. Survivability was actually worse early game for that build than come late game. Like late game we were doing better than this build. It did feel like that. It just like genuinely feel like that. Like should grab yellow on that blue item as well.
I realized that I
Can't
want
do
the
that
Alchemos rings, 30% drop chance, and I need both of them, so there is some farming on my schedule, too.
The Alchemos ring. That guy from what is it called?
Running entire steps of torment.
Yeah. Yes, that's the torment. That guy. The skeleton was who also one-shooted me with a bloody piercing
I can't do that.
thunder damage.
Fuck that place in particular.
Yeah. So that guy I always remember, and he would be like doing this sneaky damage with his second phase, that able to one-shoot you. But now that when I added the thunder damage to the table,
Some nice hidden areas. And Ilgor. Stupid outcast sent me there for an archive.
oh okay, maybe that Ilgor, right? Ilgor is the guy who shooting the celerity again. Damn it, last try shot. Yeah, Ilgor, okay, yeah, Alkalos, that's what's
They can
final boss.
take that archive and cram it up their ass.
Yeah, I mean, we're not usually doing it anymore. It's so pointless. The Lost Houses is like a way harder thing.
Ilgor and Eleanor are kinda staples for Nightblade MI. So it nicely fits in my plan.
Yeah, true. I'm like looking around place again. We were farming Ilgor too, did we? In some build recently. Kinda, not really recently. Yeah, when I say Alchemos kill me, I mean Ilgor.
Skills ready.
Was it sneak attack? Well, we actually maybe would need it to farm for our next build. Next build will also will be most likely a Nightblade, a Spellbreaker, with a Murder Blade Burst, most likely. I will see if we're gonna be playing. So we have like what 9 days, 8 days till that 1.2 patch in Last Epoch, which I want to try, and I want to do like a new build and actually kill the endgame boss there. We weren't able to do it on my previous one. The guy was just like one-shotting me. Like we faced Tank. So Battery. There we go. Last try. It's always about last tries, shot, huh? So let's see how good this battery is. So it's like, what am I even talking about? Last Epoch. Yeah, Last Epoch where I crashed like one-shotted all the time. But that's not the point, is it?
I am relieved that my father made it safely.
Let's get a potion of XP here.
Got something you need stashed?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a potion of XP. Hail mighty hero, synchronize follow in.
I am we were never.
It's a little bit more XP for my constellations. Anyway, let's see. We got the battery. Where it is? It's a crashing of the battery. So bleeding better than my current one. Vitality a little bit better. Health a little bit better. Defensive ability, well, I don't care. Offensive ability, non-existent. We have Piercing and Better Elemental Resistance altogether. Circular Slaughter and
What's
+2 to
the
Pneumatic
item that
Burst.
gives you more Blade Spirit summons?
Uh,
By all means, I should go to the steps with my Defiler. Fire skeletons versus cold skeletons.
Cold Skeletons, yeah, sounds cool. We have this Demon Slayer set altogether. Demon Slayer armaments, so 4 pieces of the set giving you +1 Blade Spirit. Alright, so we have 4 of them. That's how we get in it. So 3500 offensive ability going to 3300 offensive ability. I say it's okay.
Not what I'm using, lol.
33 offensive ability is still okay. 29%, 26%. So, okay, right. A little bit more health. A little bit more damage.
PS should be 5.
So let's get Arcanum Dust here.
Safe storage, no questions asked.
Arcanum Dust, Arcanum Dust. Where is this? This one. All damage, defensive ability.
I'll keep an eye out.
And then we get in this Blood Crystal crafted as well.
With what I've got.
Platin, Bladed Platin, or Silent Platin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Silks. I already have a Silk Swatch, damn it. Didn't craft, didn't need an extra Silk Swatch. That's like 3, 4. And Bloody Crystal. Let's go over here. So there's 377 offensive ability. Right, so if you compare this offensive ability to enemy defensive ability that we need to overcome. And we're talking about here the Mogodran. Let's see, a monster database. Mogodran or any other Celestial. So they had by default 3300 defense ability. So you'll be able to hit guarantee and crit occasionally. It's very important. It's very important. Well, it also have -1% offensive ability over here, the passive bonus. It also has that. But we should be fine. In terms of offensive, like 35 is good, so the 34 almost is still good. Like I say, more health, a little bit more health, a little bit more survivability here. We have a lot of piercing resistance, so all of this, like we have a piercing resistance over here, powder, Ether and piercing. We can put it actually in
Got
Ether.
something you need stashed?
Can put Ether resistance over here, and let's see. Can put Ether resistance over here, bringing me to 5 over the maximum for Ether resistance.
It's safe with me. Promise.
Let's work with this. Right, guys. So now the end game content started. Like we got all of my buffs we wanted. Frost Ointment. We don't care about this one. What we want, another buff. Another buff, like
Hey, got any
to
more
the
scrap
health.
metal?
So we want to craft Ogden Salves. Right, it's 800 energy and health. So it should have help a little bit. Hopefully.
Hey,
A little bit.
Don't get killed out there.
Let's just put it over here. Damn it, it's the wrong one. So it's getting me like to 19k health with the cells here and 4k energy. Also, let's craft a black tallow, right? We're gonna be fighting
What
Lokar.
brings you to my forge?
So the black tallow restored too. One, two.
If you happen to
There we
find
go, the
any,
tallow.
bring them back here.
But first we're gonna be killing Rishalga. We left her for the last, and it's you know, appetizer to all of those big boss fights. Let's see, should be over here.
That skill's not ready.
Starting with appetizer. Maybe we have we're gonna be killing all the stuff like along the way. Just because I want to get myself more XP. More XP for my constellation, obviously. Which is how much again we need? How much left? 1 million? Well, it's almost there. Have the potion of XP also with me.
Skill's not ready.
So yeah, unfortunately in this current patch you only can run with one potion. Alright, before I go into Celestials, it's just also limited the amount of build that you can do Celestials. Because you can buff you usually with several potions for resistances, potions that give you a health regen, potions that give you flat health and percentage to health. So again, 800 health and mana and 8% to health and mana. Those two potions, plus all the health regen jelly. And plus resistance is what you like missing, alright. So more builds were able to do it. Nowadays it's just like this. Like one potion, one selves, and that's all we can do.
Skill's not ready.
And also those bosses giving you extra. They also are doing like extra damage. Like almost get one-shotted. Like this survivability is so fucking bad.
That skill's not ready.
Like, dude, like almost get one-shotted. I don't know, like defensive ability. We did improve defensive ability. It's 2400, so they have the crits. But we also have cutting the offensive ability at least by 300, so my effective defensive ability 2700. However, to say I know this is low defensive ability, but to say in my defense, most of my builds running perfectly fine with 2400 defensive ability. So like, this is really staggering. Guess the gameplay I would be promoting for this build is absolutely kiting everything. Even if you like think you can face tank the shit, you need to kite. If I didn't have the potion, by the way, I would be dead. By the way, I feel like she dropped my my health pretty low. Okay, Lokar next. Lokar next. Let's see. Grunwald? Grunwald. Except not. Except this one, this portal a little bit closer to our goal.
That skill's not ready.
The good thing that, I mean, those blades, Phantasmal Blades, are working better than I was expecting them to be. Right. The moment I saw that the damage initially we were doing like in a late mid game, I was like, will it be even do any shit in late game? We're doing damage. Like I say, cleaning speed is very fast. So if damage is there, that's a good news.
I can't do that yet.
This is actually was I never thought about survivability of this build will be like disastrous. To begin with, I never thought even to go into Primal Bound. It wasn't on the plan. All right, didn't so we needed it. Apparently we do. Okay, the black heart, we got it. Next step in the puzzle is Bergholm. So we need to jump into
I can't do that
Demon
yet.
Realm. Yeah, like about maxed out Blade Spearsman Demore. Do we get additional Blade Spirit hold on the hard cap? So I know they added like one spirit on the soft cap. You're saying like there's one.
I have 4 without the set. So 5.
I'm sure not getting anything like anywhere from anywhere. You have 26 out of 16, is it? Chicken. Okay.
Him.
Yeah, like I know they added like one spirit here with soft cap. Was it like always one spirit with the hard cap?
That skill's not ready.
Yeah. I don't think we can get the 3 spirits plus 3 into that.
Apparently not.
Okay. Okay, we can face down to the Cabra. So I think.
Weird. Well, you could get more Wind Devils, though. Laughing face.
The Wind Devils are good that we're talking about in terms of like, you only need to spend 1 point and you get in 3. Alright, so you get in 3. They're not good for damaging, even if they had like scaling those guys and what lightning damage with my Eye of the Reckoning. They were doing shit damage to begin with. However, by just putting 1 point you get in 3 Wind Devils and then you put in some Constellation on 3, so you get in 3 pets for 1 point. Unkillable pets. And we should put in the Constellation skill. Like, win-win. It's really easy. Like, those guys are dying so fast. Like, really fast. Okay, we didn't plan to kill Chupacabra for like 10th time. But we did. And that's another like boss kinda minion out of the picture for this run. There's a Gravathul we can get from killing Cthulhians too. Enough of them. Okay, so we're here for. There's a couple of chests just bound to check. Unfortunately, we need to reset the session here to get a fast exit here. Alright, and I don't want for next stage, when we escort in a blue zombie, I don't want my blade spirits. I don't have actually any means to remove the blade spirits and wind devils easy way by removing some. Do we? There's nothing that's giving me plus blade spirits here. Oh no, there is.
Just remove an item from your gear.
Yeah.
The set.
Yeah, the set can remove the blade spears, but the wind devils. Okay, wind devils could be removed by this. Mogurden grips. Never mind. Yeah. You know, I usually use the items that give +1 to something, right? So the easiest way to remove the shit. Let's see. Devotion points. Still checking that on XP. I just need a little bit more. So it is wasting the potion here, but I'll take it.
I'll keep an eye on this.
I'll take the waste. Also need to sort out the item a little bit.
See anything you like?
There's just too many right now. Okay, we don't need this one. All the strings gonna go into storage. We don't really need this shield. This we're gonna be selling. I think I have like a lot of this. It's a double rare. They just keep it because I can. We can keep this because I can. So Dark Heart, we don't care about this one. Chupacabra, Thunder for Rimfrost. Yeah. Not the best one. The Blaze Sears. We actually were thinking about getting this for a previous build. It's doing some chaos damage. 2 pieces, not the belt, but the ring and medallion.
Nice. He dropped a ring.
Safe storage, no questions asked.
The Alchemos. Good job, good
7
job.
minutes SOT run.
Good job, mate. But this is the right ring.
Yes.
Okay, that's even better.
Cold pets versus cold skeletons. Fair match.
Fair match. Guess you're past one. Obviously. Okay, we can put this one over here. And need another chest to sort it out this loot. Right, we're good. Yeah, keeping the sword.
Sure, and Ilgor dropped not the item I wanted to, but on second thought, it was for the blade burst that some other player mentioned AND. Of course.
The blade burst. Yeah. Okay, let's see about the zombies. In a while. Don't have my blade spirits. Don't have like anything. We're just killing the guys with my Phantasmal Blades. Seems like it's working still. Maybe not that fast as the Blade Spirits for sure. Huh? Doesn't look there's zombies in these parts. Okay, let's check out another potential candidate. Potential place. Just cleaning those guys a little bit. Yeah, it's like look like the wrong way, is it? Okay, never mind. We can pass over here. There should be a place. This is a zombie. Some blue guys. Almost skeletons, right? So zombie is not here, not in this place. There's one more. There's one more place to check. Unless I accidentally killed him. Nah, it can be. There's the places all the way here. I mean, I don't have a pass, but I have all the auras and shit still. Let's remove the bad guys from here. Okay, he didn't get spawn. So because we want to get over here. Nani? Nani shot? Where's my blue zombie? No! Are you kidding me? Are you saying that we killed him like somewhere like in those parts? No. That cannot be. What a waste of potion of XP. Damn it. I guess we killed him like accidentally. Haven't been happened to me in a while.
That skill's not ready.
Well, there's always something. First time or second time for something. I didn't even solve him. That's the worst of it. I don't realize when they kill him. Okay, that guy. This time I saw him. Just need to escort him. Right direction here. Okay, to do serial signal on guard. They're still there. Come on, time for sacrifice. Very good. Keep like looking at his devotions. Almost there, like really almost there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and grab this one potion too. Because like why not? We need to replenish those
Got
potions
something you need
to
stashed?
begin with.
I'll keep an eye out.
For the next build.
I can't do that yet.
Got my potion of health. So locker time. This is kind of dangerous area. Wait, what are we missing? Oh, we're missing the memento. Shandina's memento. How could I forget about that? Unless you sold it. Unless you just accidentally sold it. Hold it. Okay, there you go, there you go. Nope, we good, chat. It's happened to me so many times, like in the past. I just looted the memento beforehand. And then I put it like somewhere, you know, in my main bag. With keeping an eye on it.
I can't do that yet.
So like, continuously repeating myself, do not sell it accidentally. But at some point I would drop my guard and sell it, nonetheless. Okay, we can summon my boys here. Time for slaughter. It is so much faster killing stuff with the blade spirits. Not counting that additional XP they're giving me. Like the health leech was saying. Blood of Cthulhu. It's always cleaning everything here before we jump into the locars specifically.
Can't do that yet.
Like, I continuously throwing my Phantasmal Blade over here. And guess what? My health is, my mana regen keeping up with this. It's pretty good. You know how much of problems the mana regen we had. So 180 mana regen, just enough for this build.
I can't do that yet.
To keep up with the continuous. Well, okay, maybe not really enough. Maybe we need actually a little bit more. But we also have mana leeching. We also mana leeching. First of all, there's Phantasmal Armor, then there's a Constellation. There. Okay, what kind of Constellation? A Ravager? Not the Ravager, oh my god. There's the guy that's giving me skeletons. I think we have a mana leech from Constellation, and it's mana leech from items. A Revenant giving me, there we go. Energy absorption from a spell and chance for a mana leech, and then we get some components like Arcane Spark over here, which is giving me energy regeneration and energy leech, the guarantee energy leech.
I can't do that yet.
45 for seconds. So in combination with my 180 mana regen, it's just looking way better. Way better, especially in comparison how it started. Okay, look at the. Oh no, okay, never mind. Don't look. I thought we were doing a lot of damage reflection, but we obviously don't. Yeah, this build, unlike the Chaos Bolt build, does not suffer from reflective damage. I got the fancy chests. Not so really fancy. Let's keep going.
I can't do that yet.
Back to actual real challenge. So Lokar was quite a bit of a problem for a Doombolt build for Vishanter. You know, the problem is like Lokar to begin with. He's doing this huge amount of thunder damage continuously. Right, he's can continuously thunder you. Absolutely need to avoid it. Even like the soldier base builds could easily succumb to to get one-shotted by the Lokar in end game. If you get hit by the thunder. So we can't really face tank him much. Like, dude, I was just saying that you can't face tank him, and then they just got a one, almost got it one shotted there. Yeah, like this thunder, it's kind of slow. So you just bleed him dry here. And there's my blade spears as well. Okay, 55% stun resistance by the way. So he still can stun me quite a bit. How much bleeding damage you doing to this guy? 20k? Oops. Get hit by that. So yeah, as long as he's dodging his thunder. Just bleed him to death there. There's also the blade spears. Lokar mantle. That was the Lokar. That was the Lokar. Actually easy fight than Roshalga. Oh, well, as long it's easier to dodge his thunder. I feel like Roshalga doing thunder like faster. So next is the real challenge, the Mogadran. Mogadran, we already have my lightning resistance 89% over the maximum, so we should be like technically good against against Mogadran. Technically, we should be good against him. The question is, do we have enough resistance reduction, enough damage, and enough survivability? Should be okay with survivability, so let's see. So it's a matter now. The question is, how fast we're gonna be killing him. We also need to stick relatively close to them, to the guy, because blade spears and wind devils have very short leash. Alright, they can't go that far. Like they can. You see the skeletons over there. I use the pad attack button, so skeletons from this position ran over there. The blade spears didn't. This is like the maximum distance they can go, both of them. So like, yeah, the skeletons go in there no problem, but those guys, the moment they're reaching that point, they're teleporting back. There's a damage reflection boy. Sometimes I'm getting scared of those damage reflections. Now the elite got wrecked. We're clearing the place here. Preparing for my supreme kinding technique. Okay, all that. Okay, fingers exercise. It's actually surprisingly we've been 1 hour already streaming.
Have you come today?
Some questions. No respect for the guard. Nobody talks to me. Misguidedly attack. Here we go. So we're gonna be trying to stun him like this. Just need to dodge his thunder damage over there. So also watching out my mana. Dodge the thunder damage. Yeah, so 55% stun resistance, just enough against this guy.
I can't do that yet.
Got him to the half of the health. Dodge the thunder. Dodge the thunder. So health regen also looks like pretty good here. Thunder is a 9 millions. Yeah, like we're doing this consistent critting as well. Thunder. Wish out mana. So like as a mana regen, like, this is the cool part, right? That we can continuously throw in this knife on him, Phantasmal Blades, and we don't running out of mana. Resolve it, finally fixed it out, made the mana problem. The health was bouncing pretty dangerously just now.
Can't do that.
And he's dead. So how long? Under the minute? A very solid result against the Mogadran. Like very solid. His ability to face tank it. As I was under the impression we're gonna be doing okay against him, but it wasn't like thinking it's actually will be that okay. It's more than okay. It's pretty fast for compared to other builds when we like need to kite. Well, other bosses will be harder, right? Other bosses will be a little bit harder, I do believe. So next on the agenda is a Ravager. For Ravager, we do need the heart. Yeah, that's how it is. Need all the hearts for the Ravager. So this place, this place, this place, and this place, and this place. That's all of these places we need to check for Ravager. For his spare heart. Spare pots for Ravager. We kill enough poor beasties. But Nemesis approaching. Again. Give him a second shot. Have a message here. I need to respond. Okay. Maybe not. My mouse is outside today, and she's asking about Richard. So he wasn't feeling like well for all this past week already. All right. Yesterday especially, he was feeling bad. Well, I just saw him. He was sleeping before we went to stream. So I'm gonna be responding for that message for now. Okay, there's a guy. Found the first one. Well, I myself feeling unwell, but she's not asking about me. She's asking about Richard. Well, I mean, I do worry about the cat. I do. So we're not even checking down here, do we? Just go and check this place after.
I can't do that yet.
Still trying to kill like normal plants here to get this XP. Alright, so I've had like okay, finally got it actually. Rand is oh right. Additional -2 bleeding resistance. So we have 32 bleeding resistance on the Rand. Then we have 35 on Devouring Swarm, which is 67 altogether. 67. And then 10% with Necrosis, 77. And then 24. 24 with the Skeletons. 24 with the Skeletons. Right. 101, right? Am my math correct? 101 bleeding resistance reduction. Which just like explain a lot why we killed the Mogodren as fast as we did. It's like... It's kind of my first time doing this dual damage builds. Bleeding and vitality damage, they're not in the same like category. The bleeding being like physical dot, all right, and vitality being a magical dot, magical damage altogether. So like all my spears, I spend my points, attribute points into. It's not improving my.
That skill's not ready.
It's not improving my damage with. Oh, there was a guy. Oh, that's a buckle. No mind. There's no mark here. It's not improving my damage for bleeding. All the spirits. It's not how this work. Can I check the barrel column here? And also because we have some constellation doing bleeding damage, some constellation giving me a percentage to vitality damage. We also don't have like maximizing the damage like for specific attribute. Bleeding damage like only slightly above 1k percentage wise. where vitality is above 2k. While I potentially, if I went to a single type of damage, it could be like 3k. Over 3k. Like for a Doom Bolt build, have over 3k buff to my chaos damage to begin with. Okay, I don't see any quest mark over here.
I can't do that yet.
I don't see a second guy anywhere, like in these places. Just checking out on this spot. Doesn't look like there's any. Okay. There could be like one near the Covenant, is it? Like somewhere around this part. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wrong bottle shot. They just put it like right in front of me. What a trap.
I can't do that yet.
So anyway, surprisingly performing so far against Mogadran, performance is pretty good. Pretty good. And never show you your the resistances for those guys. Like Bleeding and Vitality. Resistances for I mean, how much resistances does the Celestial has to those kind of attribute?
Not ready.
But yeah, like 102 bleeding resistance reduction we have. And what about Vitality? If every star lies, that's another question. There's a guy. That's a guy, so we're missing some kind of heart. We're missing
This
one more
coincidence,
heart.
right on the threshold of the steps, you have reached Nemesis status with the Arcovian undead. I know what to expect down there. Laughing face.
Oh, okay, yeah, Clown Fiesta, Clown Fiesta. Okay, we need Olivier's head. Well, and heart as well.
That skill's not
Heart
ready.
probably will be better. So can he spawn over here? The Olivier's guy? One of these points.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, enough in this place. I really have something for my heart here. So I was a heart counter. Run away. I mean, there's this place over here, potential candidate. Please be there, otherwise I don't know like where else to check. Like we check like everything over here, unless he was in this place somehow.
A Nemesis approaches. Of course.
Yeah, you need to get like something like 500 or something infamy, right? So it's basically you kill 5 or 600. I don't know actually. It's close to this. You kill 5 or 6 elites down there. Considering you have the warrant on you. Okay, it's probably might be 1,000 actually. So kill 5 or 6 and the Nemesis approaches. That's how it's work. Okay, so like we checked every single corner over here. Where the other guy could be? Okay, every single corner apart from this one. And he's not here.
That skill's not ready.
I'm just double checking, he's not really here. Okay, okay, not really okay. Where else could it be?
That skill's not ready.
Could it be like in this spot over here of on the bog? I don't think you can. Okay, we check all of this one over here already. Okay, the easy way to do it, to do something like this. Also about resistances, right? So vitality resistance 97, bleeding resistance 94. That's what those guys have. And Ravager we fighting next. Ravager of Flash has 127 vitality resistance, right? So we can have a problem with doing vitality damage to him. That's why I was saying that the Ravager will be way harder than Mogredren was. Anyway, Olivios. Spawn location. He has 3 spawn locations here. Let's see, one near the Burgholm. We should just check, and he wasn't there. Another one down also the Burgholm. And the next one on the Bog Rift. Okay, on the Bog Rift. Down here. That's probably the one we're missing. On the bug. Down over here. A tricky beast. There we go, so of course it's here. This is the only place that I haven't been checked yet. So we have all the ice. You saw like a vitality resistance for that Ravager of Mines. So, but how much of vitality minus resistance reduction we have? That's the question. 102 for bleeding, just enough like to remove everything. For vitality, starting with Devouring Swarm, it's 55. Right, 55 on Devouring Swarm, plus 10 on Necrosis, 65. 65. Then we have the Revatosh, which is addition 28. Right, 65 and 20 by 8. 93 is that? 93 and plus 24 over here with the rest on that. So 117 and occasionally on Crete we have minus 10 with Mark of the Fallen, 128. So 127 I would say. 127 minus 127. Just, you know, more than enough to get him in a negative as well. Alright, because again when we watch it here for Ravager, it was 127. Right, we got 100. Oh, we got exactly 127, is it? So we're not getting him to minus, but we can get him to 0 resistance here for Vitality. Okay, that's good. He's always having sort of 3 defensive ability hundreds. And that's he reducing my offensive ability. He reducing my everything resistances by minus 12. Right, minus 12 to minus 12 bleeding. Minus 12 physical, so my physical resistance will be minus 2. That's a problem. He's dealing physical and bleeding damage here. Bleeding should be okay, vitality should be okay. We have plenty over the maximum. Poison, we don't really have a poison on me. And what else is doing? Passive bonus, passive bonus. Minus 1, he does have minus 1 offensive ability. I'm gonna cutting down my offensive ability, but it's always a Mogadren 5 that my offensive was just enough to crit. More or less consistently.
That skill's not ready.
Let's buff my health a little bit.
Yes, these should satisfy Ravager's hunger.
Ravager. So it's just Tilwald.
He is brash and prone to...
Revered is Barrowhelm. Nice. Maybe we want to some reputation items from this. Okay. Ravager. Let's do it. He powers, you don't impress me. He's guidedly and attack him. We absolutely can face tank this guy. Because that's gonna what happened to it. He's also like leeching your mana quite a bit. Right, so that's the problem with the Ravager. A lot of like mana leech if you stay in one place.
Can't do that yet.
Are we doing like standard action here against him? Meaning like we just got
It's the easiest Ravager smiley face.
Easiest one? Maybe.
I can't do that.
But it's probably the hardest Celestial still. Fuck.
The nullification totems from the Mind Guy suck more.
I think I prefer to fight a Calagadra here instead of like a Ravager, to be honest. One hit. You can crit me also. If not careful enough. We're getting some damage. More than I was thinking we would. But because I stay like quite away from him, maybe just try to kite him around here. Yeah, the thing is my blade spears and stuff like that not dealing the damage to him. So all the damage is coming from just me trying to do my thing here.
I can't do that yet.
I don't like this crit ceiling here. 6%. Not the best one.
I can't do that yet.
Not the best, I only get him like 10 millions here. And they got a 10 millions.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, I don't get hit. It's like usual tactic of guiding him in this corner does work. And we're not killing him as slow as well, not that slow, absolutely slower than Mogadran. But in comparison, speaking, he also not one-shotted me with that hit. Yeah, if to compare to the Doombolt build, have the same basically cleaning speed here as the Doombolt. Almost got hit by thunder damage. It's like so hard for my blade spears to attack him. Okay, like I say, the Mogadren was just face tanked by us. Oh, this guy constantly on the move. So mistakes were made. Got him to have the health. A little bit lower than that even. So at this point, like removing your blade, Phantasmal Blades, or giving Phantasmal Blades some cooldown, rather to say, so we can get like some more damage in, would be probably better, better choice. We'll probably be able to kill him faster with that. Maybe not, so. 10 millions. So one third of the health left. We're taking our sweet time with it. Nine. My soul is mine. Dude, like the movement speed of this character is so slow. We barely escape his projectiles there. Oh, this one is the projectile around near the tree. That's why we can avoid it. That's how. Fuck.
Do that yet.
Like really fucked shot. Really fucked here. Okay. Yeah, that was problem with me, like putting a bale barrier. I should like probably ran a little bit faster over here. Because he put this dot damage right underneath my blade barrier, and even if I just press a dodge right away when the blade barrier expired, I still got hit by the dot and didn't have like either potion or Demotic Burst to restore my health, so I could have like died there easily. On another side, hand, like, I'm not using any... Not using any mana potion in that fight. Yeah, my mana regen is so good. Don't need a mana potion for it. Has use the potion and everything over there. And pneumatic burst. So 3 million health left. Hide behind a tree. I would say like killing speed for this guy as fast as any other range build. Just like we can afford to get hit. But we definitely have like way faster builds killing Ravager. It's like I say, because he has like so much of fatality resistance. It's one of the most inconvenient bosses for me. No question asked about that. And because like yeah, my blade barriers can really reach him. Blade spears can really reach him most of the time to do actual damage. That's a little bit problematic.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, one more heat. And I almost died myself. That would be pathetic. Okay, chat, like, imagine me dying right now. He's died from bleeding. Ha! Easy. Easy but pretty standard, right? Pretty standard fight here for a range build with who can... we didn't even have like any builds that actually can like able to face tank him. Right, so far all my builds I played weren't able to face tank the Ravager. I guess the Blade
Hardly a
Arc.
fight, more like an endurance run.
Yeah, the Blade Arc build with the bleeding damage came very close to face tanking him. The problem is if I stay in too long in the same place, he's gonna leash all my energy away. That's the problem with a Ravager here. But the Blade Arc build also killed him pretty fast too. We had a lot of bleeding, And there was another build. Okay, there was a Stable Anomaly build which should also kill the guy pretty fast. The same tactic, Chitin, but yeah. Well, and lastly, out of this big three, we want to go and fight Calagadra. Calagadra should be easier than Ravager.
Safe storage, no question.
Should be easier than Ravager. Okay, I have 8 more Celestial Essence left here. Because I didn't got any Celestial Essence in a while. In the past 3 builds, a single one I was dropped. And the docks. So let's see about the Calagadra. What kind of a beastie he is. Sign of the Sand. The same amount of defensive ability and shit. He also have a huge vitality resistance. Okay, so the vitality resistance also a problem for him. Magodran did have like what 94 something vitality resistance. He He has a piercing. The Caligadra doesn't have a resistance reduction for you, at least. Doesn't have resistance reduction. He does have this minus offensive ability. Alright. And doing some piercing physical. We have only 10 physical resistance here. Well, let's see how this goes. It should be easier than a Ravager, but it's also harder to kite him. It's also harder to hide him. Oh, where I jumped is totally totally wrong bottle shot. Let's go and prepare the place for our final confrontation. There's also the stupid sand all around. Sand and
I can't
whirlwinds.
do that yet.
It's kind of problematic. The sandstorms.
I can't do that.
It would be pretty funny if the snake just gonna drop me a random Viper Hemorrhage. That would be so funny. Yesterday we got like what, 5 of them? Like 5 in 1 hour or something. Not even try it. Didn't even try it for.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, they're all dead. Arena is prepared. Again, fingers exercise. Let's just refresh the potion over here. So keeping myself at 19k health. Almost dead already, dude.
I can't do that yet.
Like, not almost dead, like dead. A little bit of sand here and there. Dude, like, where sandstorms. Again, like, we had this problem with my Eye of the Storm guild. Getting close enough to him to for my pass actually to be able to target the guy. Yeah, like as easy as to fight the Caligadra here. It's also very easy to get killed by him. Very easy to make mistake in this kiting. Getting good damage on him. Yeah, my blade spirits have more uptime. What I got? Almost half of his health gone. Well, not yet, huh? Go skeletons. Yeah, so it's going like way faster than the despicable Ravager. Just like I say, the matter not to make any mistakes. How the hell's going?
That skill's
Like,
not
mistakes. Ravines. More sandstorms over here. About minions. We're not critting that much, so maybe removing this previous Kromny ring was a mistake. Maybe we can like do more crits with that ring. Honestly, we traded a little bit of like flat damage and for a little bit of health, but maybe that wasn't the best of the trades.
That skill's not ready.
I continuously getting hit. Let's retreat here.
That skill's not ready.
9. Dump sandstorms. Get out from my face. Like, we kinda slow it down. Kinda slow it down. I'm worried about my face too much. Like, that hit was big. Don't forget he can easily crit me. Don't forget there are the crits. $6K.
That skill's not ready.
Like, you know, the dodge in this kind of fight is so good. It flies into the maximum. Getting better in dodge mechanic like over and over.
That skill's not ready.
After playing over and over. I can't really imagine how we did play before without a dodge. Well, I guess we didn't have like Thunder, so we just went and actually honorably face stung the guys. That's how we did play it before. Okay, getting closer to the stun storm. There's one over here too.
I can't do that yet.
Got it health up. $1 million health left. Sunstorms. Got hit a little bit.
That skill's not ready.
The maximum concentration. Absolutely don't want to perish here. Okay, just one more hit. There we go. So it was faster than the Ravager, easier than the Ravager, but like I say, easier also to make more mistakes. Not the fastest, definitely Caligada fight, but nonetheless we kill it. First try, no challenge, didn't get any in any tricky situation. The offensive ability here, guys, the offensive ability. I guess it's maybe it was better to keep the previous Coronary Ring. Maybe it was. Where it is? Where did I put it? That's the question. Where did I put this one? That's the wrong one. This one also looking like a wrong one. So it's basically a 200 more offensive ability, so we crit more often against this guy. Did I sold it accidentally or something? That's what happened? No, it can't be. It should be like somewhere here. We can use the search bar, right? In this inventory. Dude, I hate my inventory, such a mess. Sometimes. Anyone chat see any Coronary Rings? There's a Signet of the Fallen. It should be in this part. This is where the old gear goes. Absolutely nowhere to be found. It's not here and it's not here. Well, the Great Boss is next. Great Boss is next. Let me check. Maybe I put it accidentally in my shared in my personal storage.
Save storage.
Did it? Was this? Can it be the case? There we go. There we go. I put it accidentally in my storage here. Damn it, dude. Like really? Damn it. So 3500 offensive ability. It's gonna get me 100% like, you know, against Caligadra. 100% hit. Well, this one only gave me a 96%. I guess let's go this. A little bit less health.
Hold on to that for you.
A little bit less health, but yeah, that offensive ability 3500 is actually pretty good. So Great Boss. What do you have for Great Boss? What do you have on him? So he's like 5 million health over there. Defensive, offensive 28. So gonna be critting a lot against him. You're doing vitality damage. Right, we don't really care about his actual damage. What we care about is damage from his from those name me crates and assuming crates as well. That's what we care because we're doing quite a bit of AoE and we're gonna be spawning a lot of them. And also we care his resistances, vitality 92 and bleeding 89. Less than previous guys. So it's all a matter if I have enough damage to put the crate down or
Can't do
not.
that yet.
Let's start with the summoning him first, right? First crate shot. Second one in the Temple City.
That skill's not ready. can't do that yet.
Hidden refugee. Refuge. Second one here. Third one should be an oasis.
That skill's not ready.
Secret area of that secret oasis.
I can't do that yet.
There we go. He was a sacred seal had been broken. No. I have very big question to this people, to these mages who put a sacred seal in some kind of crate, you know, unassuming one to begin with. A genius idea on the one hand. On the one hand. Can you at least like put it like in some big you know,
I can't do that
sinister
yet.
looking javel? Not into a crate, which is like easily to break. Javel at least been a diamond especially. Could be quite hard. Like yeah, it's harder to break. Okay, there we go. And also create spirits unleashed. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Correct city. Next portal. And this one we always have a problem with.
That skill's not ready.
Like where it is. Some further. There's a place? Okay, there's a place. Crumbling walls. There we go. No problem this time. Last of them. I am in the Tomb of Eldritch Sun. On the 2nd floor of it. Just run in. Let my blade spears take care of everything. That's why we brought them here.
Calling crate boxes softies. Gonna meet the whole box family. LUL.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that, mate.
That skill's not ready.
Who will be the soft one? Me or that great family?
That skill's not ready.
No, I don't have any beef with the great family. Don't get me wrong, chat. Those guys are nasty and as tough as the nails. It's just the seal. The problem of the seal. But on the other hand, maybe you're onto something this Philax. If the seal was like, we have the great family because the seal is great, maybe. But what it would be like if the seal would be.
Oh, what a day!
He's a total square kappa.
Stole
Auster
square.
2 greetings, Auster 2 neckanthrope.
What are they? Greetings, Storm. Greetings. Welcome. So yeah, what do you think would
Auster
happen?
2 greetings, Auster 2 neckanthrope.
Instead of crate, we have like some kind of diamond. There's more hardness to it. Yeah.
You still farming?
Now final bosses. Final boss. And then summary. You get to the good part right now, the summary part. Well, to be soon, summary.
I can't do
My
that.
favorite part of all the builds, you know, to talk about builds. For the next 1 hour.
Summary, Resident Sleeper.
And there's a lot to talk about this.
Can't do that yet.
The build has its ups and downs, for sure. So far we killed Necronostrops.
I almost wasted Tome 100 flowers for another conduit too. Maybe, get Ether Bone Harvest. Then I noticed that I have 100% damage conversion from Pierce, Cold and Vitality to Ether already on my gear. Lol.
Nice, nice.
That skill's not ready.
That should work.
That should work.
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say. So yeah, so far we kill all the Celestials. Mogadren will fall like around 1 minute. Was the easiest fight. Was able to face tank. Ravager was the hardest one. We utilized the normal tactic, standard tactic to kill him. And Kalagadra also fell down. Couldn't handle my kiting tactic at all. But we killed him like way faster than the Ravager at least. That's a summary of this boss. And now we're going to Great. And I don't really know if we have a damage per Great boss. Right. Our DPS is like 22k. Yeah, like cleaning speed looking good, like risk looking good. But if you're actually looking at actual DPS in this stats screen, it was saying something around. Oh shit, I'm a fool. Fuck. I don't have like I have all craze, but I don't have the shit. I don't have like other shit here. I can't teleport. Didn't take the blade, huh? Fuck, careless of me.
That skill's not ready.
Don't really want to reset the session. Maybe it's better. This is really faster to reset the session. What are you doing? What I'm doing? Jesus Christ. Yeah, we need
Bolster to FOL.
We need just to say like for 15 minutes over here. 15 seconds, I was saying. Okay, there's a shift heart. What did the demons still guard, by the way? Where is that coming from? Demon still guard. Demon still guard. So when health dropping below 35. Okay, physical. Oh, it does have physical resistance. Nice, nice, nice.
That skill's not ready.
Wrong skill. No, not nice. Not nice. So here we go again. Can we kill the great boss with the first try? That's a big question, chat. First try, and with yeah, can we even kill it? The damage. The damage in the question. We should be enough to crit for quite a bit, at least. There's also another thing about staying close to him.
That skill's not ready.
Need to stay close to him so we get in this bleeding damage applied by my blade spirits. My Phantasmal Blade not doing that much of a blade of a bleeding damage to begin with. The actual bleeding damage coming from 4 spirits. and
skill's
those
not
guys can stack all their bleeding damage. That's one. Okay, we need to keep like those guys a little bit closer to me. We can Health Leech. Run in and Health Leech in. Keep pursuing me, you fools. The Blade Spear is doing some Health Leech in as well for me. It doesn't look it's enough. Now the question will be one-shotted by the crates, by the maggots before the crates. So let's put this portal over here, just in case, chat.
I can't do that yet.
A lot of Batmans. That's the first maggots. We don't really fancy like fighting all of them over here. Just need to fight the right kind of maggot. All right, the soft one. Okay, the soft one is killed. Oh, they really behind me. Get lost, get lost. I also don't really care about those guys over here. Not at least. Let's go, buffing my health first and foremost.
Imagine running from lowly maggots LUL.
Lovely maggots, chat. Did you hear that? Probably the strongest monster in the whole bloody game. Not probably, actually, like really the strongest one. Easy to kill, but
You misspelled. Lovely. Smiley face.
lovely. Right, chat. Fingers exercise. Let's do it first try. Let's do it first try. What kind of buff we have? Increase armor by 20. Reduction damage for me. Total health. Okay, total health modifier. I really don't like this one. 12%, who is 12% more health here. Do have more armor, but that's not gonna be saving me here. Fuck, dude. God, we need to stay close enough to my blade spears have they turn on him.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, this is not working, Sha. This is not fucking working.
That skill's not ready.
Say like my blade spears are not there to attack the guy. And we produced so many like rays already. It's not funny at all. Dude, like they're all great. Oh my god, like that. So many crates. Like we're not killing the guy. Yeah, we have a lot of AoE, but because of this AoE, we just like getting those crates multiplied. More of them coming. Like you try to kill them, but you're not winning against this shit. You're not winning against this shit, chat. One-shotted. Yeah, I don't think it's a great boss killer.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
Didn't even put him down low enough. Yeah, I don't think this guy a great killer, but we're gonna be trying a few more tries. Because the trick is to stay close to him. But then again, we've just producing too many crates along the way. If we're doing that. Just too many crates produced.
The trick is to command the spirits to attack him specifically. In that melee.
Yeah, that's true, but they can't even reach it. So most of the time they were just outside of his range. I also outside of the range of spirits. Do you have a pad command over there? But if the tag is outside and clicking pad command, they're just not gonna attack it. Okay, chat. Let's try to do better. I'm still not good enough in killing crates, huh?
I can't do that yet.
I feel like a Dervish build with the Blade Spears was the close one to actually... Well, was way better suited, but we couldn't kill it, the crate boss with him either. Admittedly, we weren't been good at killing the crates back there. We haven't been killing my first crate yet. That was those dark times. But still. I felt because of my character is so fragile, I'm just obliged to stay away from a crate boss. But I'm going too far away. And then again, I spawning like too many crates as well. So I trying to reach him with my Phantasmal Blades. But what the Phantasmal Blades actually did, they spawned a lot of like small crates. And those small crates were preventing the big crate, the crate boss, the Papa, to actually get close to me. Yeah, so that's escalated like pretty fast. Okay, drop a portal if you got a leak by the crates. Cooldown reduction, ISO damage, slow resistance. So the boss doesn't have any health buff. Like I was saying, I hate the health buff on the crate. But this time around it doesn't really matter if it has a health buff or he didn't.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, we kill the maggot. They're all over the place. Nope. The cool thing about those maggots, every time you hit them, right? Yeah. You're just slowing them down. So like this like slow resistance doesn't apply to the maggots. Okay, a potion. Here we go again. Just utilize my pads a little bit better this time. Hopefully. I tried to stay close and not using my Phantasmal Blades to hit him. Alright, let's see how that's go.
Give my regards to hell!
So how that's go. The Blade Spear is not providing enough health leech. They have, but my main health leech coming from my Phantasmal Blades. And the crates just disengage. I need to get closer Not cool, not cool. Let's try one more time. But yeah, I do have like a crawling suspicious this is not a great killing guy.
I can't do that yet.
So it'll be like one build in the while. Our last 3 or 4 builds were able to kill the crate. Some of them relatively easy as well. Like that bleeding damage blade arc. Unstable anomaly killed the crate.
That skill's not ready.
Also like super fast. We had a problem with the previous build with the Doom Bolt. Right, so we took like a couple of tries. The damage on for that build was barely enough to kill it. So we won because of the huge crits in the end, but only like on the 5th attempt or something. This one, like I say, I don't feel like we have a damage for it. Damage and survivability to actually getting closer and lets my blade spears do the job. Why? Why? This camel saying why, and I do agree why. Living portal as usual, maximum resistances, attack speed. He has piercing, yeah. Piercing damage. Don't really care about that.
Do that yet. That skill's not ready.
I think we just getting too close to those guys. Like, this trick was managing, by the way, those maggots. We only learned in the previous build. Usually we'd be staying quite a few, for quite a few minutes there. To kill every group of maggots. Proceed with caution through this. But yeah, we just can't easily guide like that, like I just did. Okay, got the potion.
I can't do that.
Got the
yet.
buffs.
I can't do that yet.
Nope. He's just jumping back. It's I would say it's impossible. Like I'll give it like one more try for this. But it still gets impossible to kill a crate with this build. It's okay. Not every build can kill the crates. Not every build. Which is kind of surprising because we killed a crate, like I say, on the previous guy. On the Doom Bolt, but we have more trouble with Celestials on the Doom Bolt build, like more trouble. There was longer fights, and did I just got killed by Caligadra or something, or Ravager once or twice? I can't remember. Where are we looking? Where are we looking? Correct sand. The bottom line, that build have more trouble with celestials and then a crate. Yeah, trying to stick as close as possible to him, so my blade spears have a time to attack. It totally doesn't work. We can try also removing the cooldown here.
Skill's not ready.
Can try to remove cooldown on my Phantasmal Blades, or bring back cooldown actually, and try just to kill him. Maybe that's gonna work, because it's gonna technically give him more bleeding damage along the way.
I can't
Give
do
more
that.
bleeding damage for me. So let's try this configuration for now, and let's try like without and try physical down next.
That skill's not ready.
I need these camels to Hell's Leash. What are you doing?
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, we need those boys for Hell's Legion. So we have chaos resistance and regal. So the boss doesn't have any additional health.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, it's not the magus we're looking for. Go easy. Like, why didn't I use the scanting tactic like before? I was always too scared of those beasties. Okay, we're gonna be trying to stay moderate distance here. I'm just using my Phantasmal Blades. Just fucking like jumping away, dude. He's jumping away and then we get wrecked by crates. No, it's just not working. It's just not working. I know I'm performing bad here. Alright, I'm just performing bad, but we don't have a damage if we stay too far away and my blade spear's not attacking. It's just not fucking working. Wait. Need to reset the session. Okay, let's try to remove or add the cooldown to the skill. Yeah. Let's try to add the cooldown and see what that's how that's gonna work for us or not.
Let me clear your mind of regrets.
So cooldown is just removing this skill points here. Now the blade spears have the Phantasmal Blades has 2 seconds skill recharge.
That skill's not ready.
Actually, I don't have anything else to do. But it's also have more bleeding, I believe. 8k. That's actually not that much, so. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work either. The main bleeding coming, like I say, from blade spears. A little bit more damage, but that's about it. Still killing some stuff here.
That skill's not ready.
There's also health regen on my Phantasmal Blades. So if you have no channeling them continuously, I don't really have the health regen. The health leech. Health leech. Just going straight.
Can't do that.
Sometimes there's scorpions here, huh? It's not the first time I see those guys. Put a portal, just in case. Still, if you can die to the maggots. This configuration look interesting. Good. Got stuck. Well, that was easy maggot. It just was sitting right in front of me. He's as easy one as it get. Okay, get a potion. So we want to debuff him first. The buff attack.
Can't do that yet. That skill's not ready.
Dude.
Can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Small crisis here.
I can't do that yet.
Well, it was looking better. It was actually looking better. Guess some of my timing was bad. So maybe it's more possible to kill him is actually without a cooldown, despite a little less like yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. Like I almost did it. Almost did it. I think we spawned like too many crates again. So trying to hit him, you know, but the Phantasmal Blades has still been AoE and stuff. So it's hard not to kill all the crates. Okay, shot. Maybe we have some chance against here. So what kind of health he left with? Like 300k or something? I was surprised like see the damage actually there.
That skill's not ready.
I wonder if my like highest damage did increase with all of this. 114. Right, we are on 109k.
That skill's not ready.
So we did improve the damage somehow. Somewhat. Which is again 118k, not bad for Phantasmal Blades. Because the damage is counted towards one blade actually. There's one blade that deal that amount of crit.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
Let me in. Okay, so attempt number what? A second attempt is with this. With this cooldown version of Phantasmal Blades.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Already kill the maggot. Feels good on this shit. They're giving me 20% crit damage here.
Can't
A little bit of cheating. Will that actually help? Let's see, let's see.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Okay. Dude, like, I totally stuck, like, I totally panicked there. Totally panicked. 20% crit damage bonus. Damn it. That was our chance, is it? Fuck. Yeah. Well, I'm not giving up yet.
So was that the final third try NG++++? LUL.
This will be like third try. Final third try. Because we're doing it right now.
That skill's
Really
not
need like
ready.
some faster way to get into the guy, like at least to the maggots instead of running all the way. It's getting tedious at least.
That skill's not ready.
Like I'll press all the wrong skills. I wanted to heal, I pressed the with blade pneumatic burst. Oh my god, ever since for me like blades right now. Was about to call it the blade burst, pneumatic burst. So I was about to heal with that, but I pressed 5 on the keyboard, which is the blade barrier.
Tedious does describe what I'm watching. LUL. That's why I don't waste my time on those bosses. Too much trouble to get there in the first place. Laughing face.
That skill's
Well, we are here like benchmarking the build, right? That's like one of the metrics. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, and then I wanted to press, when I finally press my easy cluster, I've already surrounded by small crates.
You've already died 6 times. It's well and truly marked LUL. If that benchmark would be sitting at some more accessible place, sure.
Accessible. It's not as bad as getting to the clone of Journey Reborn. This is the one that we're not doing at all.
Skill's not ready.
Like 6 times? Only 6 times? Dude, like that's... I guess that's quite low here.
Can't do that yet.
Could be worse.
That skill's not ready.
I was being charitable. Didn't want to damage your ego too much, LUL.
Well, some builds can do it, some builds can't. Some builds can like have easy time with this. Cause I already like had suspicious we don't have like enough DPS for this, especially in non-cooldown with channeling mode, right? Cooldown mode, you saw we get him like very close to kill. It's a matter of appropriately kiting him, right? So somewhere like I miss a couple of more knife throws on him. Somewhere, yeah, I didn't even use the skill. Maybe I should have go on spawn too many crates again. Okay, chat, last try. Let's see how this is gonna go.
That skill's not ready.
I want to debuff him first and foremost. Damn it! Like you saw, miss whole knights over there. Whole knights throw. Fuck! That's a press run buttons over there. That's what I'm calling the run buttons shot.
Can't do that yet.
Bolster 2 wrong button, bolster 2 wrong button, bolster 2 wrong button.
That skill's not ready.
Okay.
Can't do that yet.
1 million health. Dude, like I didn't attack him. Why? Okay, I'm going a second circle over here. Could be like ambitious.
I can't do that yet.
Can go for a search, can I? Oh my god, the small shit. Dude, run button, run fucking button.
That skill's not ready.
This is truly a run button. The wrongest button like we had. Come on. 10k health. So many run buttons. So we technically can't kill the guy. Ah,
Bolster
my
2
technique.
FOL. Damn. So we need to watch again. Bolster 2 FOOL, Bolster 2 FOOL, Bolster 2
Yeah, chat, we need to
FOOL.
watch again.
Bolster 2 FOOL, Bolster 2 FOOL, Bolster 2 FOOL.
Yeah, there was a couple of times we just like miss it. Oh my god, chat.
Bolster 2 FOOL. That qualified LUL.
Not qualified.
Des B3 cheer, Des B3 cheer, Des B3 cheer.
Alright, the final try. Final try. Like, absolute ultimate final try on this guy. It is possible. You see, I almost killed him. It's not a consistent, you know, like some build can do like it's very easy. Some build can do very easy. This build like for average player, which I'm considering myself average player. This build could be like a little bit too hard, consistently killing a raid. Especially, I already not recommending this build for hardcore. Alright, it's too many opportunity to die to like just to normal content. There's also like my headache and I generally wasn't feeling well. Still not feeling well today. So that's why I started the stream like almost 2 hours later. But I'm saying I'm not in my top form, huh? Shut. If I was in top form over there, he would be already dead on that try.
That skill's not ready.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
If you were in top form, nobody would recognize you, LUL.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't recognize myself as well. Well, well done, Nickerstroke. Well done, well done. Yeah. It's like very astute noticed.
That skill's not ready.
You know what we haven't done today? Haven't died to the crate to this Magus. I wonder if it's impossible with this build.
That skill's not ready.
Like we have so many like devouring swarm to spawn.
Hang around in one place for 10 seconds and let's see.
Let's see. I mean, like, we're slowing down them so much with Devouring Swarm as well. Can you just literally spawn it
I can't do that yet.
without the end? One extra health, please. 18k 700s.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
Too risky, too risky, too risky. Dude, like super stun, get out of here.
That skill's not ready.
If I didn't have that Esther's health, I would be dead now. Well, dead nonetheless. It's a matter of a player's skill, I guess. Shot is a matter of a player's skills for a lot of time. It is possible. Yeah, you saw we almost get him to 10k health, almost kill him. We done 2 laps around his base. Getting 2 laps is pretty bad to begin with. It's possible if you done it right, if you're lucky enough, if you got a player skill, but it's not possible to consistently kill with average skills of a player like I am. So let's say it's the current boss is very questionable here. Well, there's a Shadowed Realm level 65. We're gonna be jumping. We're gonna be jumping this alongside with a big build review. So next 50 minutes, we're gonna be talking about build, the good parts, bad parts, all of it. Gonna be recording for YouTube as well. So let's get the recording started. So here we go. Welcome everyone. Our stairs here. Yet another build. This time is a Trickster, Nightblade plus Shaman. We're using Phantasmal Blades here as a main skill. Phantasmal Blades without cooldown, basically channeling skill. We also go into 2 different damage types as well in this build. Bleeding damage and vitality damage. This bleeding damage is kind of physical skill, vitality damage is magical skill. The build have its ups and downs. We're gonna be talking about that. Gonna be talking about what build can do, what can't do, how to level up in early game, what you do is late game, what is weak points of the build, all this stuff in the next 50 minutes or so. So let's jump in, continue this introduction with what the build actually can do. In late game, we just killed Mogodran, right? Ravager, Caligadra. We killed all these 3 Celestials. Mogodran was very easy. Something around 1 minute fight. 1 minute fight, and we were face tanking him all the time, more or less. Ravager was pretty hard fight, but because it's a range build, we done its like usual kiting tactic, back and forth, so it took me quite a few minutes to kill him, but we still killed him nonetheless. Caligadra, we also kiting him around, but it was a faster fight than the Ravager. And the Caligadra, generally, I was talking about is the fight that we have more spaces to make mistakes in that fight because we continuously kiting him. Nonetheless, it was something around 5-6 minutes fight with the Caligadra. We killed 3 of the Celestials. We killed Lokar, we killed Shalga, right? We tried to kill the Great Boss. So this build, not good against the Great Boss. It's just not. With average player skills that I do have, it's extremely hard to do it. So we got Great Boss to 10k health on one of the attempts. We have like 7 or 8 attempts right now. 10k, and he killed me in the end. And also, it's absolutely not possible to kill him in channeling mode. So instead, I remove the frantic throw for my Phantasmal Knights. We get 2 seconds cooldown for Phantasmal Knights, but we had more bleeding damage. So I was doing more bleeding damage to the crate all along. And that's how we got him to 10k health before we died. Again, Great Boss, I don't think is it's good. It's possible to kill him, but not consistently kill him. Like if we had, for example, on Blade Arc build or Unstable Anomaly, which just was very easy crate killers. What else to say about this build? What's else to say? Survivability. We have 17k health. 17.5k health. We have a certain percent damage absorption with Primal Bounce, but this build can't really face tank much of a... Yes, we face tank Mogodran, but there is some elites, there is some thunder damage that we absolutely can face tank. We need to move constantly with this build. We also getting a lot of damage from a Blade Spears in this build, by the way. So, Phantasmal Blade plus Blade Spears. The Blade Spears is not doing as big of a damage as it will be in our Dervish build when we're doing cold damage Blade Spears. But they nonetheless a big part of the damage we're dealing with this guy. So what are we gonna do next? We're gonna be jumping into a Shattered Realm to demonstrate how this build actually doing how the fight proceeding with the build. We're gonna be talking about early game, then late game, all the items, all the constellations, all the skills, and more summaries along the way. So let's start with a little bit of demonstration. We also have a Wind Devils on one point. I press the wrong button. So 1 point to the Wind Devils over here. Soft capped on, well, almost hard capped on the Blade Spirits. The 4 Blade Spirits, another one getting, the first one we getting from a set bonus. The Blade Spears look in red, that's because they're doing actually vitality damage. Which is vitality damage of a Blade Spears scaling with vitality damage of your character.
Bring me back any
Shadow Realm level
The Shattered Realms.
65.
How far?
There we go. Like I say, we need to kite most time of the day. We need to avoid thunder damage with this build. So how is what kind of skills we using? Like what is skill rotation for the build? Right, Phantasmal Blade is my main damage dealing skill. The build have a very fast cleaning speed. Very fast cleaning speed. One of the fastest cleaning speed builds we had in a while, at least for normal content on ultimate difficulty. So there we go, this guy with the thunder damage over here. You see what? Oh, we have 2 of them. Yeah, two of those guys is like a little bit too much. We killed it. We survived somehow. So the build has a Health Leech on Phantasmal Blades. The build has a Health Leech on Blade Spirits. So that's my main source of survivability. Apart from the 13% of resistance damage reduction we're having. So we have a Devouring Swarm to reduce enemy bleeding resistance and enemy vitality resistance. We have a Ren constellation, we have Ratush constellation, both on my pads, to reduce the enemy resistance farther down the line. And we have the Necrosis skills from artifact called Necrosis, which is reducing enemy resistance farther down the line. So resistance reduction for bleeding, it's 102%, something around. Resistance reduction for vitality is around 127, minus 127%. Just enough to, like I say, to fight Celestials and more. The build has a lot of offensive ability. 3500 offensive ability. So we consistent criting against everything. And quite a low on defensive ability. But in acceptable margins. I would say acceptable margins on that front. Because along the way with low defensive ability, we also have a minus offensive reduction, offensive ability reduction from enemies coming from different sources. First of all, my Shadow Wave, then the constellations, then my runes. So we have a lot of those. Okay, the bosses here. We don't want to pull all of them together, because I just can't face tank much of those guys. Especially if they get hit by the thunder. In fact, this is improved version of a build. When we added this damage resistance, damage reduction with Primal Bound. Because before this we didn't have like a damage reduction, and we went to Shattered Realm, and we almost got one-shotted there. We almost got one-shotted right now, so if you saw. Despite the health. So what I meant before, we constantly need to be on the move. Constantly need to be on the move. Don't stay too much in the same place. Let's have this build supposed to be played. This is Zarya. We don't want to stay close to her shit. But mind you, also a distance, right? We don't want to stay too far from enemies, because staying too far, meaning my blade spears and Vindel is not working. Okay, almost got killed by that thunder damage, like you see. So I do not recommend in this build for hardcore. Did I mention that? There's so many more, so many opportunities to get just one-shotted in the hardcore. 17 kcals, like I said, not enough for my survivability. Like you see this one, just got the thunder damage and got killed. So that's what I'm saying. Like too many opportunities for. Oh my god. For getting killed. Need to resummon my my pets here.
I can't do that yet.
Dude, like, I'm gonna die in here. Yeah, I just gonna die to those things. Anyway, that's the demonstration in Shadow Realm. I think you saw everything you need to see. The build is too fragile. It has quite a bit of cleaning speed. Right, you need to face stun, continuously attacking the enemy with the Phantasmal Blades in order to health leech. Right, there's health leech, like I said, on my blade spears, but a little bit of thunder damage, right? A little bit moving, and you just can do it, just can't do it. I mean, I'm gonna, for matter of honor, I'm just gonna go and put this guy down, out of his misery. So we're gonna be like face stunting him a little bit more here. And, well, again, that's what's happening when you're trying to face tank. Not good, for sure. So 99% of all other content, right? The build performing pretty good. Like one of the fastest cleaning speed. Great boss, Shattered Realm around random thunder damage, and we ended up like this, like we ended up dead. Well, if you continue next, we're gonna be talking about early game. What the early game to do with this build? What kind of problem early games arise with the build? So there's the 3 items you absolutely need for early game in this build. 3 items are Scarab Shell, right? So we're doing more bleeding damage than vitality damage early game. Scarab Shell giving this like additional bleeding damage to your blade spirits, and believe me or not, it's a lot of damage altogether. There is Pakla Visage. Pakla Visage allows the bleeding damage to your Phantasmal Blades. And the last item is Viper Hemorrhage. Right, Viper Hemorrhage, it's a bleeding damage against for Phantasmal Blades, and more points to Phantasmal Blades and stuff. Those items kinda hard to farm. So the Pakla Visage is one item that may be the easiest one to farm. Definitely the easiest one. It's dropping for a Pakla. So if you go in Grim Dawn Tools here, and you clicking on a Pakla, you can see where it has 6 possible spam locations. They're kind of hard to find. You can't find it like very fast, but the problem is the Pakla should drop in 2 helmets, 2 type of helmets, so it's not a guarantee you will get the Visage right away. But it's the easiest to farm. The Viper Hemorrhage, I never got any in 3 hours of farming, continuously in 3 days. Never get any, and then in end game we get, when we don't need it, we get like 5 or 6 in 1 hour, just casually going through that Forgotten Ghost DLC. So yeah, Viper, Hemorrhage dropping from Korvac Vipers in Forgotten Ghost DLC. Same goes with Scarab Shelf. Forgotten Ghost DLC dropping from Scarabs over there. It's supposedly the Scarab Shelf dropping more often than Viper Hemorrhage, but I still have a problem with getting it 2 or 3. We got a 2 or 3 in 3 hours, so might do that. But you do want to have those items on you. There's 3 important like one. Alternatively, we have either a Spectral Arbalest, so it's 2-handed weapon that dealing more projectiles and more vitality damage to Phantasmal Blades, and there's a Grober Death Effigy, which is also more weapon damage to Phantasmal Blades and more vitality damage. However, like I say, this Viper Hemorrhage plus Scarab Shelf is much better early game. There's another item in early game that I would recommend to have. This is called the Elena's Necklace. Right, it's dropping from the Sleaze, the first Sleaze Elena, which is a faction quest for Devil's Crossing. You need to have a reputation enough to get a quest, and then in Devil's Crossing, this is a boss drop. So it's giving you some more cold damage to Wild of Shadows, plus one skill points to Night Blades. And that's basically all there is in the game. There's also a belt on level 60, I believe. You can craft plus 1 to Night Blades. It's giving you Ease and Chaos Resistance. So how we do play in this build? We play in this build always, any of our builds, we play in always on ultimate difficulty. So like resistances are very important for me earlier on, and we play in it sometimes, almost every time. Solo still found up till now 94. And this Night Blades belts with resistances is very important for that time of the blade. So if you're going on belt, there's a couple of Night Blades belt. You can craft a Legion belt, right? It's giving you piercing and cold damage on level 65. It's still worth to take in. If you're playing on normal difficulty, it's still worth to craft a Legion belt, just to plus 1 to Night Blade. And levels 50, hold it, okay, it's levels actually 65. Okay, it's level 65. I can find the Malmouth Blade Waste Guard here, which is giving us offensive ability as well. So build has quite a problem with offensive ability somewhere in mid-game. Around level 40 on ultimate difficulty, I was started noticing that I was missing a lot. The only like source of offensive ability here is Pneumatic Burst, which is giving you 110 offensive ability, and you need to invest a little bit of an items to get this offensive ability sorted. So what you're looking for offensive ability is something like some affixes that say an attack, right? For example, we crafted this blade or belt over here with 100 offensive ability, 100 points. Aggressive of attack. That's probably the 2 affixes you are looking on your green items for. And if you're lucky enough, you will be sorting out this offensive ability problem, which we did. We sorted it out up and somewhere around level 50. We had enough offensive ability for the whole mid game and late mid game. End game, you see, we have 3500 offensive ability, more than enough that critting all of those elites there, everything, and having this 100% chance to hit. Also, I forgot about another item to say about this build. It's the Kronny Signet. The Kronny Signet. You can farm it well from Kronny boss. But the thing about this one, you want affix, specifically suffix called Butchery, right? So something aggressive of Butchery that we got over here, it was perfect. Perfect roll is getting me 7% of offensive ability. And Butchery giving you vitality, bleeding damage, and plus 2 to Phantasmal Blades. So it will be important for end game to get this hard cap on Phantasmal Blade. It is a very good bonus early game as well. Very good bonus. There is another big problem with early game, mid game for this build, and partially in late game as well. It's mana consumption. Mana consumption on this build is... I didn't even have any other build that consume mana like this. You absolutely can't do anything with the potions and stuff. So early game, I recommend to put on your items, on your jewelries, right? Medals, amulets, rings, and helmet. If you can afford it, to put on a helmet. I recommend to put all this lost ectoplasm. Right, so it's giving you more energy regen per second. With 180 energy regen in late game, we can can provide for my energy consumption with even continuously storing my Phantasmal Blades, so my energy is not running out, occasionally pressing that energy potion. But it was such a big pain playing its mid-game, especially when we invested more points into Phantasmal Blades, and it became like too much energy consumption. We can throw like spend 300 of something energy per second with Phantasmal Blades, while our energy regen was less than 100 points. Absolutely was running out of energy all the time, and thanks to the blade spears providing additional damage, we kind of went through the motion, and we were able to kill and clean enemies decently fast enough. But yeah, energy regen, the big problem. How do you level up the build itself early game? It's more like a Nightblade skill tree than a Shaman. So what you want to jump right away in Phantasmal Blades. You want to get the Heartseeker. You want to get Heartseeker to the point when you have a 100% chance for projectile to pass through the enemies. I think it's like 12 points or something, I can't remember. And you don't want to level up neither age at all, because it's additional energy consumption. You just don't want it. So you get your Phantasmal Blades, you get your Heartseeker, then you get an Thematic Burst. 1 point into a Veil of Shadow, 1 point of Night Shield. However, if you're playing this on normal difficulty, as most people would play, I would recommend to put more points into a Night Shield all along, because frost damage and cold damage and lower difficulties just killing everything around you pretty fast, and then you just trying to get the Blade Spirits. After that, the Blade Spirits with additional bleeding damage that you provided by Scarab Sheld gonna do also the good job. You want to Blade Spears on a soft cap as fast as possible as well, so getting like to 16 points. At 16 points giving you additional Blade Spirit, right? So instead of 2 you have 3 Blade Spirits. Always have 1 point at the Blade Barrier for emergency situation, obviously. And then come a Shaman. What we want Shaman, we also want to invest 5 points in the Shaman as early as possible, and then get myself Mogadrin Pact here, because Mogadrin Pact provided me with additional health regen. Additional health regen. The Devouring Swarm for minus vitality, bleeding resistance, preferably to have a couple of points early on as well. Will help you with your damage against undead, right? Before going to Arkovia Ruins and stuff, you want to have something like 8-7 points, maybe 10 in Devouring Swarm, so we have like all this vitality, bleeding, minus resistance sorted. Devotion points early game, it's just Ratosh stuff. Will of Ratosh early game for that minus vitality resistance. I know, like, that's what we did, but because you're doing more of bleeding resistance, right, maybe the better option would be like getting Rent earlier, before the vitality damage. So, not maybe, it's probably will be better to get a Rent. We got Rent at the very end, because I was hesitant if I won't really do this bleeding damage end game or not, so we got it like after level 94. it's performing pretty good. The bleeding damage was not as big as Blade Arc, definitely, but we get something around 100k bleeding damage every second if circumstances is alright. Something around 100k bleeding damage. Alright, so that's all I can say about Constellation. I'm gonna be talking about Constellation more deeper when we get to the late game. Speaking of which, late game is here. We're gonna be starting introducing the stats of the build. We're gonna be talking about it a little bit, what I did for stats, and then we're gonna jump into the gear. So stats wise, contrary to other builds I played on ultimate difficulty, this build, instead of investing all my points into physique, so getting this additional health and defensive ability, for this build we went most points into spirit. Right, we have only 43 points into physique, 0 points in cannon, and 64 points into spirit. Right, spirit's magical damage for your vitality damage, but it's also giving you a bonus energy and bonus energy regen. It's very important. Like, we were in the point and 1 point into my spirit, giving me 1 point into energy regen. That's where we've been, and this is providing a lot of energy regen for end game. It must be 17k health and a half, so way better than my Witch Hunter, the previous build we played, but still not enough to get this big health buffer, so not to get one-shotted. Still not enough. 24 defense ability. 24 Hunter's defense ability. You see, this Eldritch Siren had a 13% chance to crit me. So defensive ability on the lower side, but we have such as defensive ability for most of the builds, and we're performing way better than this build performs. We have minus offensive ability for enemies, minus 106 with Veil of Shadows. Additional minus 100 with Rend. Every time the Wind Devils attacking, they have this for 5 seconds chance to minus 150 offensive ability for enemy. And we have also some minus offensive ability somewhere around the places here and there. Another one, 117 on rear wings. So basically it's making my defense ability something around 2800, more or less, given or taken. Supposed to be okay. It is okay for normal content. It is a little bit tricky, like you see with the Shattered Realm, because, well, one thunder damage in crit, you're dead. So that's one point you can try to improve on. Right, get like less offensive ability here from the aggressive affix, get some defensive. Definitely something going to be improved on. We also have a very low armor rating, only 2k. Armor absorption 100%. Damage per second, don't ask me. 28k. 28 if you only like attacking with the Phantasmal Blades. Right, it sounds very low. But cleaning speed is so very good as well. So Phantasmal Blade also, I don't know if they're calculating this damage per 1 Phantasmal Blades. We have 8 Phantasmal Blades, and they all piercing enemies. So that's contributed to cleaning speed. We also have, if you look at the highest damage dealt by one Phantasmal Blade, is almost 150k. It's been 109k for a while. In the late game over here, last day we got 150k. With one, this is again one crit damage for one Phantasmal Blade, and you hit an enemy with a multiple of them. So like I say, damage and cleaning speed is pretty good. Resistances, we got over close to 80% over the maximum for lightning resistance for Mogadrin fight. Poison acid resistance a little bit on the lower phase side. So maybe that's why we were killed by this Eldritch Siren. We want maybe something over a maximum for poison acid. Okay, I need to work on that. There's piercing resistance 14 over a maximum. Bleeding and vitality on the other hand, a lot of extensive resistances, I don't know what to do. Ether resistance 5 over maximum, chaos 18 over maximum, and 10% physical resistance over here. Right. Secondary stats, important one is energy regen 180, occasional health regen, and critical damage 14%, additional critical damage, but we have this 41 additional crit damage from as a age for specifically for my Phantasmal Blades. So mind you, that sync. Have energy absorption, we have energy leech as well from some items and constellations. Our bleeding modifier 1466, and our vitality modifier 2200. It's on the lower side, but pretty good for double type of damage. Another thing is life leech. Where was the life leech? So we have life steal 26%, and we have additional life steal from just Phantasmal Blades from a set, and additional life steal from the Grafts of the Dead on my Blade Spirits. However, yeah, it's not guaranteed you're not gonna get one-shotted in a second with the health leech. The casting speed. The casting speed is another thing that's important here. And where is the casting speed? Casting speed 168, not 200, not to max it out, but that's enough to throw a lot of Phantasmal Blades per second. Almost to stride your energy regen for a lot. And finally, the last stats that are important: stun resistance. So we did put some Leather Hide and Runebound Topaz specifically for stun resistance here. Specifically for that purpose. To have it 55, that's barely minimum to fight the Mogadran. And fruit resistance, we always carry myself the Horde Frost Ointment when you get into to enemies that can, well, freeze you. So that's how we look. Stats looks. Items. This build rotates around 2 sets. The full sets of Demon Slayer armaments. Right, you can, if you have a recipe, you can try craft the Demon Slayer hat. The Demon Slayer hat. So we can craft 4 of them. They drop in pretty often from totems as well. The parts of a demon Slayer set. But if you have only recipe, you craft in the hat. You're using your inventor.
Let's take a look at
to transmute this hat into other piece of the set here. That's how we do it. So Demon Slayer hat. The bonus of 4 pieces of a set is plus additional Blade Spirit and 2 additional projectiles to Phantasmal Blades. More points to Blade Spirits, more points to Phantasmal Blades. Pretty good. My Phantasmal Blades are on hard cop. Some offensive ability. So the hat itself adding vitality damage to Blade Spirits. But the important part is over here, the necklace. The necklace, additional vitality damage to Blade Spirits and piercing damage converted to vitality. That's why my Blade Spirits was looking red, because they do vitality damage, and they contributed quite a lot for Blade Spirits, contributed quite a lot for cleaning speed altogether. Item-wise, and what we have over here, Leathery Hide on my helmet for that stun reduction, additional health. We have a lot of easy resistance powders all over the place. For Demon Slayer necklace, amulet, we have Seal of Ancestry, more health, more energy regen, some vitality resistance, and we have Arcanum Dust. Arcanum Dust is the one we use on all my Javelries. It's a little bit damage, a little bit defensive ability. So 70 defensive ability, I get 210 defensive ability just from all of those Javelries, just from all of the dust here. And it's also providing me with energy regen per second. It's absolutely must be endgame item for this build. Endgame powder. Next pieces of the set is breastplate. The breastplate is Demon Slayer jacket. So there's nothing much to say about this. It's a little bit energy regen and a little bit of cannon requirements for range weapon. So like if you have enough cannon for wielding this pistol without putting any points into cannon. The pistol is the last piece. Pistol is the last piece. Over here, it's have nothing to write home about. It's have Slayer Blades, 15% chance on attack. So it's just additional vitality damage and additional AoE for you. More damage to Kasunians. Speaking of additional buffs, we also have Demon Slayer Guts on my necklace, which is giving you some physical resistance if your health dropping below 45%. Not always the helpful, but helpful nonetheless. Next set we're using the 2 pieces of a Wild Heart Vanguard, which is giving me more bleeding damage with increased duration and some offensive ability. So Shoulder Guts, vitality damage, bleeding damage, offensive ability, and the belt over here, vitality damage. Don't care about flat vitality, vitality, bleeding damage over here. That's what we're having here, maximum bleeding resistance, and this obviously bonus from a set. That's how we decided to play it. On the Shoulder Guts we have Living Armor, some easy resistance, and on the blade we have the laser for poison and bleeding resistance over here. We didn't talk about what we have on the gun over here. We have Seal of Blight. Seal of Blight for the critical damage and for the vitality damage. That's what we have here. And well, the powder for the pistol and for the offhand is Cohen's Bane from Underbog Cohen. Energy regen, chaos resistance, and vitality damage. It's pretty good for my case. Offhand, we have Grasp of the Dead for that attack damage converted to health to Blade Spirits, and more vitality damage for me all together. It has Seal of Blades this time around for bleeding damage and attack damage to health, and the buff that giving me that bleeding damage per second. Right, another Cohen's Bane here as well. Rings we have, first of all, the Signet of Fallen, the first ring, Arcanum Dust, Runeborn Topaz for defensive ability and stun reduction. So this ring provided additional -10 vitality resistance, right? We did calculate that we have around -127 vitality resistance reduction and -102 bleeding reduction when everything align, when we're using all the debuffs. And as the rings, we're using a Signet of Butchery. Like I said before, Butchery is a very important affix for this ring because it's giving you vitality, bleeding damage, health, and Phantasmal Blades. Phantasmal Blades for component, we're using Bloody Crystal here for more armor and defensive ability. Lastly, not lastly actually, we have Megadren Grip. So this is probably the hardest item to get for the build. Megadren Grips. So it's giving you additional vitality damage to Wind Devils. It's giving you vitality damage to you. It's giving you some poison acid resistance which you would need, and vitality damage all together. But it's dropping from Morgoness, right? Morgoness in the Tomb of a Heretic, right over here in Los Oasis, Skeleton Key Dungeon. And you can transmute this gear. You can transmute it via the inventor, so we need to actually, for it to drop. We have a couple of them, playing as long as I do. But maybe it could be harder for new players to get. Again, we're having this for Wind Devils specifically, right? We don't really need it, but Wind Devils, we have 3 Wind Devils on this build, and it's a little bit of additional damage, not that much of damage. So like, let me still summon all the Wind Devils and see how much of damage they did in here. Right, so they damage pretty negligible, but if we put in the rent ability on them all together, the buff here, they're doing a little bit more, but it's like not more than 8k, like you see, after the buff. Skeletons, in fact, dealing more damage there than wind arrows. So not important item, but I'm using nonetheless for that vitality specifically. We're using Spell Scorch Platinum for some elemental resistance to get an elemental resistance close to lightning, 80% for lightning, and having this easy resistance aim. About elemental damage, right? Early game, I forgot to mention, we use Elemental Awakening pretty often for that additional elemental resistances. We should remove in late game, and that's compensating it with, like I say, with this Spell Scorch Platinum. Boots, the only good boots I think that Bone Shatter strats over here. Have a Shattering Force for a little bit of damage, reducing target defensive ability by 70, so we crit in even more. So it's vitality, offensive ability for there, and +2 to Devouring Swarm. Right, pants, Revborn Leg Warps, vitality damage, offensive ability. There's a bunch of vitality pants, and there's a bunch of vitality pants on giving you defensive ability. Because that's the potential items you can replace for this build to get more defensively, to reduce this chance to get crit as often as I do. We have Scale Hide here for armor absorption. Relic, Nemesis. Nemesis, as soon as you jump to level 60, we have completion bonus defensive ability over here. We've got a Nemesis for additional minus poison and minus vitality and minus bleeding resistance. And I'm using it also as a trigger for my Abominable Might. Alright, Abominable Might is giving me additional vitality damage, 310. And the last piece of here, Mark of Consumption, it's a craftable armor medal. Craftable medal that dealing bleeding damage. So it's getting this 22 or 2k bleeding damage to Phantasmal Blades. Giving this attack damage converted to health for Phantasmal Blades. So we have overall 9% of attack damage converted to health for Phantasmal Blades. Still not really enough to heal yourself without just running around. By fighting something serious like that's Nemesis is just killing me. But nonetheless, that's what we're using. Arcane Spark for offensive ability and skill disruption protection, and more importantly, that energy leech guarantee 45 points and energy regen. So that's where we're getting that energy. The leech and energy regen. We have more leech on a constellation. I'm gonna show you a little bit later. Well, let's conclude the items. Let's conclude the items for the build. Next on the agenda, skill points. We already saw like a bunch of skill points, but let's jump on them and talk about them a little bit more. So Phantasmal Blade, main damage dealer here. Vitality damage. Right, we went vitality damage because it's easily converted with Frantic Throw. We want my Phantasmal Blades always without cooldown as the main skill, so it's kind of channeling skill. It's reducing the weapon damage and total damage, but it's also reducing skill energy cost, believe me or not. So piercing damage converted to vitality damage here, and then we getting this additional bleeding damage and vitality overall. We want Heartseeker, right, for this chance to pass through the enemies. Additional bleeding damage, attack damage converted to health. This is my main health leech because we don't have much of actual main hand damage over here on Phantasmal Blades, so all the health leech from lifesteal will be greatly reduced. So my main health leech I actually get it from Heartseeker, and later on we will get in this Onyxa Age for bonus critical damage, right? We're not converting cold and chaos damage. So if you're looking at Phantasmal Blade damage composition over here, alright, we have a little bit of physical, a little bit cold, a little bit of vitality decay. Mine is vitality and around 3k bleeding here. 3k bleeding. Not really enough bleeding, right? Not really enough bleeding. But it was doing the job in most time of the day. Right, Blade Spirits, another important part of the build, which is getting this vitality damage, its piercing damage converted to vitality for Blade Spirits as well, and getting this additional bleeding damage, 9k over 2 seconds. So the Blade Spirits, the 4 of them, is my main source of getting the actual bleeding damage on enemies. So every Blade Spirit can stack the bleed dot on enemy, and we have 4 of them, so it's like stacking quite a bit. Thermotic Burst for offensive ability, for health leech when we need health regen, health restoration, or as I say, 40% health restore enemy pressing, and Shadow Dance for a little bit of defensive ability, chance to avoid melee projectiles and attacks. It is not avoiding. Just a reminder of you here, it's not avoiding this area, right? Have Veil of Shadow, minus offensive ability to enemies, right? So improving my defensive ability along the way. Bread Barrier for that emergency button when you're about to die. Press Bread Barrier, immunity for 3 seconds. Often it can put you in precarious situations, so if enemy drops some area right beneath you. But Phantasmal armor only on 6. Alright, it does have some energy absorptions from spell. It does have this chance to 108 energy leech retaliation. And Anatomy of Murderer for more bleeding and vitality damage over here. For Shaman, soft cover Devouring Swarm. Must be 55 vitality resistance and bleeding resistance at the same time. 1 point into the Wind Devils. Like I say, so they did very little damage. However, we have a rend ability on them, and rend ability dealing this additional bleeding damage per second, giving you minus 150 offensive ability to enemy, which is stuck in with Shadow Vial. So improving again your defensive ability in that way, and additional minus bleeding resistance. So we have Mogren Pact on 7. Right, I was like removing some points in Mogren Pact and Oak Skin, which is we're using in late mid-game in order to get Primal Bounce. Primal Balls on 10, more bleeding damage duration, and 70% damage absorption, which is supposed to improve my survivability in Shadow Realm, but you see it didn't. It didn't much. I think this problem is my poison resistance. I need to get some over a maximum with poison resistance for that specific fight, but yeah. 10 points into Heart of the Wild for health, more health, and like I say, Mogren Pact, we're using this for just this points in energy regen altogether. Alternatively, there's more like health restoration with Vendigo Totem, but again, you saw what happened in the moment you're trying to face tank, we're just getting very often one-shotted. Let's cover all the skills for the build. Devotion we struggled quite a lot, because it's a bleeding and vitality build. We want both of devotions here, so some vitality devotion weren't included in the build, some good bleeding devotion weren't included in the build as well. So what do we have? 1 point into Crossroads for the Crane. Crossroads into order. So for the Crane early on for the resistances, and so we can get the Staff of Ratush, the Wheel of Ratush as early as possible. We're using the Wheel of Ratush on the Blade Spirits. We have the points into Bats. So Phantasmal Blades has this Twin Fang, so additional damage, additional vitality damage to my Phantasmal Blades, and it's a Vitality Constellation. We get the Vulture. So we're getting this Chaos Chaos point. So it's some resistances, mostly some resistances here. We have a Revenant, Energy Absorption, right? Energy Leech, and some Vitality damage here. Some Raise Undead. Have it on Devouring Swarm. So this Raise Dead have 24 flat reduction to enemy resistances. Again, flat reduction is only source of flat reduction here. 24 is not a big number, but it's working at the same time for bleeding and vitality resistance. And we have Abomination, all for a little bit of vitality resistance, for a little bit of health, and for Abominable Might, which we using on my Necrosis. So Abominable Might, this 310 vitality damage overall when it's activated. I think it's a good buff. Then, in order to get myself Huntress, right, we did manipulate it here, Constellation, a little bit. You can see on my stream, on this video down below, you will see all that links to to whole playthrough for this build. And every day of a playthrough, it does have this link to Grim Dawn tools, how the builds were looking early on, so we can see how the constellations were changing, because we did manipulate it quite a bit in day 6 or day 5 with the constellations. So we got the Raven early on, but we had like spiders for this Eldritch, and now we have the Fox for a little bit of bleeding. Alright, a little bit of bleeding, health regen. We have the Hawk for offensive ability, and the Frog for Ascendant and Eldritch. So all this enabled me to use a Huntress. Huntress is self-sufficient, so she adding this +1 to Ascendant when you complete the constellation. Huntress is like offensive ability, is a little bit of bleeding damage here and there. Bleeding damage is duration, and obviously rend, which you have on the Wind Devils for that minus additional 32 bleeding resistance. So that's the constellations. That's basically the whole build. Let's summarize it a little bit again. So the build is good. The good part of the build is the cleaning speed. It's very fast. It's a feature. There's dual damage stuff like bleeding and vitality at the same time. It's have a decently damage dealing blade spirits, right? Blade spirits. It can kill celestials without dying consistently. It potentially can kill Crate, but not consistently. You have a bad time with the Crate boss. The Phantasmal Blades spamming too much of a Crates to begin with. If you're playing with channeling mod, if you add the cooldown, if you remove channeling and add cooldown to Phantasmal Blades, it's way easier to reduce the Crate boss kills, but it's still not consistent with average player skills. The build also have a problem with energy regen early on and in a mid game, which is fix it up in the late game, and the build have a big problem with survivability. Shadow Realm 65, we occasionally can die to the bosses there, to Nemesis. By dying I mean one-shotted dying. Not recommended for hardcore. Softcore, I have a lot of fun playing it. A lot of fun, like actually sorting out this the troubled energy regen. Right, I couldn't believe to very end that we actually would be able to sort out energy regen with this build. That's how the energy problem was. How bad it was. The build have a decent resistance reduction for vitality and bleeding, more than enough, and have more than enough also, like I say, offensive ability to consistently crit in everything. Right, for normal content on ultimate difficulty, you actually need a 2600 offensive ability. So if you're able to fix defensive ability somehow, my suggestion to replacing the boots and the gloves, that's gonna drop you quite a bit of offensive ability altogether, right? So it's important to have this Crowny Signet with aggressive butchery in that case. Aggressive butchery in my case doing so much more like offensive ability adding up. You also can play with this mantle and belt over here, right? For a belt, for example, the good belt will be the one we were using before endgame. The bladed waist guard of attack, right? A lot of offensive ability boost. And getting some resistances to Ether and Chaos, which the Ether resistance was very hard to get on this build. So we're using a lot of powders in order to get those Ether resistances close to 80%. We only have 5 over the maximum. It was a little bit easier with the Chaos, but still we were lacking this quite a bit. So yeah, this blade, this belt here for +1 to 9 blade, and you maybe can reach a defensive ability and still of 3k and still have enough offensive ability so to crit the Celestials here and there. More importantly, you don't need that much of offensive ability in Shattered Realm, right? This we're gearing up for this much offensive specifically for Celestials. So in Shattered Realm, you can get off with less offensive, but in more defensive for sure. That's like one changes I can recommend for the build to make to get it better, more productive in Shadow Realm. If it's gonna work for you guys and you consistently can farm Shadow Realm without being in danger of getting one shot, write down and comment. Open for ideas here as well. Meanwhile, thank you very much for watching this up until the very end. Really will do appreciate it if you put that subscribe button, if you click on the subscribe button down there in on the video description in the right corner of the video. Help me to grow the channel and help me to get more Grim Dawn builds in the future. Motivated to get more Grim Dawn builds. Also, check out video description. We have links to all this video playthrough and more detailed progress for the build from first level to level 100, how the build was progressing in terms of constellations, gear, and skills in every single day we played it. It's like 7 days, 8 days playing. The last day is the day when we fought all of these Celestials and the Crate boss. So you can see how this went there as well. And obviously there's a link to the Grim Dawn tools, the first thing you're gonna find in the description. Again guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself, stay safe, whatever you're doing, have fun with it. Necrosop just woke up. Is it over? It is. It's over for the stream, it's over for this build. Probably taking 1 day break for next build. Maybe even jump into Diablo here. So hear me out here, chat. How we definitely having us next build with Grim Dawn. It will be most likely Spellbreaker, Amarissa Blade Burst. I want to try to see what I can do with that build. And but we have like something around 7 days here, 8 days till a next patch, a big patch for Last Epoch, and I want to do another build in Last Epoch. So we're gonna be playing potentially in 9 days Last Epoch build. And then I had this idea sitting in my head a long time for Diablo Barbarian Thorns build. Right, we have pretty bad time with Upheaval build, but how the Storm's doing? Will it be even worse or not? So we'll see. Maybe we're gonna be jumping Diablo instead of Grim Dawn. I guess tomorrow most likely we take a break from Grim Dawn in the morning stream, but maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go. And we have evening streams still going after this with some of Outer Worlds. See you, Necrosop. See you, chat. Take care of yourself. Stay safe, whatever you're doing. Have fun with it. Till next time. And thank you for following. Thank you for watching again. Thank you for